been some drama. Let's talk GAs, and I know this is a hot button topic in the competitive Halo community, and I know this is going to be even more. This is going to make things probably even worse. But we're going to talk a little bit of GAs, both Bound and Lucid's approach to what they think GA should look like in Season 2. And when I look at Bound's tweet here, or reply, I should say reply, he's definitely talking about going a little bit more vanilla. You know, we see what's in, but when you see this long list of what's out, like the Pulse Carbine, Commando, original one can stay, Shield, Wall Drop Shield, Heat Wave, and Bulldog, Shocks, Spikes, Repulse, Mangler, Sword, Assault Rifle, and Shock Rifle. And we just GA everything except for the Battle Rifle at this point. But this, if we did go to something like this would be a little bit more of a vanilla style Halo that's really focused more on the BR being the most versatile gun on the map and your starting weapon, and being less focused on scavenging for I used to call them tier 2, excuse me, tier 1 weapons like the Commando, like the Mangler, which obviously have a ton of ammo, come up every 30 seconds, and there's a lot of them on the map, and this has been one of the most diverse and the most, we'll use the word valuable, tier 1 and tier 2 weapon weapon scheme on maps that we've seen in Halo competitive history, and some pros agree with it, but a lot of the pros don't. And so this is one of the solutions here. You even see 343's Taxi, who by the way is a gameplay lead, replying saying, informative list, thank you, remove the previous reply, but going to talk with Tashi, Richie, and CIT about this in our sync. So they're going to discuss it, and we'll see exactly where they go from here. And I'm going to be honest with you. This is a long list. It really is. And I feel like I can see where Bound is coming from. I can see where a lot of these pros are coming from. I don't know if I hard agree with it. You know, for example, Pulse Carbine, I would love to see that stay in. Drop Wall, again, I would love to see that same thing stay in. Repulse, I can see why they're going this direction. I can, but again, I would love to see it stay in. Heat Wave and Bulldog, I would think a better way to approach the Heat Wave and Bulldog, because again, you want to have some kind of dynamic close range quarters option, especially if the Sword is out of play. I think a better approach to the Heat Wave and Bulldog would be just to shorten the ammo. There's a ton of ammo that comes with it, and if you cut it to maybe one clip, now we're talking about the gun being still dynamic on the map and still very important to control, just not being on the map at all times as somebody just camping in the corner all day, because, you know, as my play style, but don't judge me. I see where they're coming from. I just don't know if I would agree with it. I would think a better option would be, let's try to find the middle ground between where we are now and where Bound suggests that we should be. And I think a good way to look at that is reducing the ammo. I think another good way to do it is changing some things about the respawn times. Like, for example, the Mangler. I can make an argument that Mangler is as good as a Heat Wave or a Bulldog, so let's treat it like one. Let's put it down to one clip. Instead of being every 30 seconds having up to 8 or 12 of them on the map, let's actually bring that. It's the same thing as the Heat Wave or Bulldog, or maybe 1, maybe even 2 on the map max. Let's maybe raise it from 30 seconds to 45 seconds, or maybe even a minute. Let's change a bit of the respawn times and how frequently and how often we see them on the map, and show these weapons some respect. You know, the Rockets was overpowered. What do? We dropped it from 4 in the pod, except for on pit apparently, to 2. You know, maybe we need to do that with the Mangler. We do that with the Heat Wave and the Bulldog. Show these weapons the respect they deserve, as opposed to treating them like a BR, or treating them like a Pulse Carbine, where you have one on the map at all times. I know this is a hot button topic, like I said before. Let me know in the comments down below about how you feel with the middle ground. And Bound wasn't the only one who talked about these GAs, by the way. Lucid also put out his opinion as well, saying that his 2 cents on what's a GA: every tier 1 weapon is treated like it's a tier 2. every single weapon on the map drops to half ammo, and it has right now. So that includes commando, that includes mangler, that includes pulse carbine. So he's talking about a lot of the weapons, or all of the weapons on the map right now that are I call it tier 2. I apologize, tier 1, dropping them by half the ammo. I think that's a good place to start. Some weapons still may need to be removed entirely, but this is the start, in my opinion. And I mean, I have to agree with it. Maybe we increase the timer a little bit, like I said before, especially with some weapons like the mangler, but I can't say I disagree with where Lucid is coming from on this. And I think a lot of the pros might agree with this approach as well. Really excited to see what happens here with the GAs and what the gentlemen's agreements are going to look like, and what the weapons are going to look like on season 2. So, because hopefully we see some major change coming in. We already see Argyle coming in. We already see Catalyst actually heading out, and we know Empyrean, which is a brand new, never before seen map, not a remake, never before seen map by Halo, and obviously remake of the Pit, coming into season 2, and maybe detachment. Maybe a little detachment assault might make its appearance. Maybe in addition to the venues and the arenas that we're playing on, maybe we also see some changes in weapons as well. Guys, that was your HCS Weekly Report. Really excited to do these again. As new information comes in, as new intel, I'm gonna be doing my hardest to try to find these secret scrims. I'm gonna be doing my hardest to try to find as much intel as possible for you guys, and hopefully we can get some more HCS Weekly Reports. By the way, last thing, in the description down below, the Halo Awards have just been announced live on December 29th. We're going to have, you'll be able to see the best forgers and creators and streamers and all of these get voted on, and you actually get the chance to vote on it. So in the description down below is going to be a Google form where you guys can click on it and again vote on your favorite creators, your forgers, new characters that as far as campaign and different things of that sort. I actually been nominated for 2 different awards, so an honor just to be nominated, and we'll see what happens on December 29th. Thank you so much, Kevin Cool, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.